Good morning, this is Neil Spade, Thurrock Nub News at Thurrock Community Hospital, where there's a rather special innovation taking place that is going to make a big difference to the health of a lot of people. I'll introduce you to a gentleman, Donald McGeechy, who's going to tell us exactly what is happening here today. Donald, good morning.
Good morning. So this is a really exciting day for the people of Thurrock that these two trucks in the background have arrived. This is a programme that's been in the making. It was first announced back in January 2019, but with various things, this is the first day that it's actually getting off the ground properly. Essentially, people with severe lung disease tend to turn up late at the doctors, late at the hospital, when it's often too late to treat it really well and adequately. But this programme has been found elsewhere where people that are at high risk of severe lung disease, be that chronic pulmonary disease or lung cancer, we take an age group of 55 to 74, and all of those who are at risk, we measure the risk that they have of serious lung disease, and if they are at high risk, we would then offer them a low-dose CT scan, and that CT scan has got it means the difference between approximately 20% of people that turn up with lung cancer, say, are at a stage where it's something that you can treat and possibly cure, and 80% are too late. Whereas this programme with the CT scans and the at-risk population means that it reverses that, so 70 to 80% are diagnosed at an early stage where it's absolutely curable. So it's something that saves lives for sure.
That's what I was just going to say. So this is and Thurrock, this is a trial, I believe, in Thurrock. So we're lucky to have this.
We're very lucky. I mean, we had 10 sites in England who were chosen at the beginning of 2019 to be involved in this, because of these were places that had high levels of serious lung disease and poor outcomes of lung cancer treatments when they came, because it had presented late. So we were chosen for that reason, and we are combined with Luton, 65 miles away and up the M1, and we're doing a combined programme with them. So these trucks for the CT scans will be here for 2 weeks, then they'll go to Luton for 2 weeks, and that'll rotate over the next year to 18 months to get through the whole of that at-risk population. So my main issue is to encourage people, when you get a phone call or you get a letter from the lung health check team, please make sure that you call them back or respond in some way. Don't leave it, because this can save lives for sure.
So how does it actually work in terms of the people of Thurrock who are concerned about their health, and they think that this may be beneficial to them? How does it work?
So this is not for anybody. It's a fixed population. So it's basically those who are aged between 55 and 74 who have ever smoked. Those are the people that are at highest risk of lung disease, and so they will be invited for a check. If it's some people that, when you do the measurements and measure the risk that they actually have, some people will be low risk, so they'll leave at that point. But approximately 50% of those that we do a risk score will have a risk score that's sufficient to mean that they need a CT scan. They'll come along here. You'll get these beautiful new units which are spacious. They're not crowded. They're perfectly safe from the COVID point of view, and they would have their height and weight checked, asked a few questions, their temperature checked, and then they would have the CT scanner, and you'd be in and out very, very quickly. It's a very fast process and perfectly safe.
Yeah, so they would basically check with your GP, I suppose. Is that the first point of call, or
no? They will receive a letter from the GP practice that will say, you're in this group, we would like you to contact us so that we can do this risk assessment. If they don't respond, we'll nag them again with a second letter, and we may even give them a phone call to try and encourage them to do it. But it's one of those things. I know I'm like, you get a letter like that and you sort of stick it in the background and you do it, but this is so important, can change your life, so make sure that you respond.
So the message really is, if you've had it, watch your post if you're in the age group and respond to it, because it could save life. It would be great if we could just have a quick wander through. Is that okay?
No problem, yeah.
Right, we'll have a quick wander through the facility. As I say, there will be all the details of all this will be appearing on Thurrock Nub News very shortly, thanks to Thurrock CCG that has supplied all the information. So if you don't quite catch it here, you'll be able to follow it there. But we'll go and have a look at these fantastic new units. Good morning.
So this is where you would come in. This is a lovely nurse, Caroline. Who would be
Morning, Caroline.
here to welcome you. So this is the waiting area where only a maximum of 2 people would be here. Small reception area here where you would check in with your details. When the time came, you would be invited to come through here. These are some of the other staff that work
Morning.
here. You would have your height and weight checked over here, have your temperature checked. If there was somebody in the scanner, he may wait in one of these rooms. If you walk down this way, you can see that there's 4 little rooms where people can wait in isolation. At the end is the staff room for a cup of coffee when it's needed. When you go to have your scan, you come through into the next truck. And this is a state-of-the-art CT scanner. Very nice surroundings. You wouldn't have to get completely undressed. You just lie out in there. It takes a few seconds to actually do the scan, and when that's done, you head out through the back door there and down those steps.
Absolutely amazing.
That's the process. But as you can see, I mean, they're just, you wouldn't know you were in the back of a truck, really, would you?
No, this is really amazing, and it's so good because we know that this is a particular issue in Thurrock, and there are lots and lots of health concerns in Thurrock, particularly relating to some of our older population, air quality, all the other things, and of course the dreaded smoking. So I think this is an amazing thing that is happening, and great that it's happening in Thurrock. So thank you for showing us this. Thank you. Hopefully this will help all those people who get letters.
Yeah.
Please respond.
Yeah,
it's your health, and this facility is here for you. So
some of the nurses who are doing the phone calls, they find that people say, "Nah, I don't think I'll bother." But you know, it's a mistake. You really must try to make sure that you respond, and if need be, have the CT scan. Come and visit this beautiful truck, which has been purchased especially for the people of Thurrock. It's a real gift.
well, we have a lot of problems with truck stops in Thurrock, but certainly this is not one of them. So thank you very much for showing us around. Once again, all the information will be available on Thurrock Nub News very shortly, and hopefully this will help